and I went to me and farm and then what kind, just bring it up and let's discuss it. We have all the teachers here. Amma is here, and all the rest of the teachers are here. So.
All right, Mina, you can speak. Sister Mina, you've been allowed to speak.
Hello.
Hello.
Pacho me say me practices ni wia mintimi nda. Na me pese manifestation baako. Ano no wo ye ya na nka wada so me ye ya mintimi anda na ade echi.
Which one was that one?
Pacho say
When I went also yeah, and I went to me on that manifestation area.
na me pese nka me wo a court issue bi nti na me pese nka me ye manifestation. Ewo ho.
Okay.
Na ano what's wo ye ya what's nka wo ye ya na nka wada. But
Well, it depends on how you're doing it. And then so one hit to Tita State now. No one's staying in it. You know, sometimes one. But the course over, yeah, no. Oh yeah, breathing exercises, no.
me
Oh yeah, yeah. For how long though? Because it depends. It'll be and depending on how it is.
may for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Ah,
Consistent
see.
breathing exercise, no.
Mm.
Okay. And oh yeah, stillness, no.
Ah, and I'm here stillness.
Okay. The stillness, no.
You
How did
see.
it feel? How were you feeling though?
Me feeling light. Then my light pan I said me shaky.
Okay. He said, no, no, oh, still, no, you're in your body though. You're still feeling your body.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, stillness,
Mm.
and then I'll feel it's our lightness. Now, it's just all feel your body.
Na
So
me
you're
feeling my
confident.
body.
Then you don't have to feel it. So feel it shaky now. Then that means you're back into your body again.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Because in such a feel it be our body. You better bow body, you know, say body need that horn, no, you better say baby cow, say baby, you don't even have to feel any of that.
Mm.
Yes. In order
Okay.
for you to be able to get out and then fall asleep if you get into the theta state. No. Send your walk on.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
and sometimes so when you get closer to the projection, yeah. As on so your projection, our vibration rise go up. Okay, for your consciousness to move out to another
Mm.
reality. So energies in your cases are now. If we when it and one no energy na be na munti any kumo se bibia beti akọ untimi nda bi. Kofem sa de beti am why de
Mm.
obeyam. So sometimes it is
Mm.
not very expensive as some of us. I mean, if your mama intermediates, some of emotions they were going through. Boy, you practice and I say, if you have BBC, now say something, be happy in the ends here. You know, because of us, energy now, over rise on to me, I say that energy level, vibration level, no. So, also, back be man one on any kumos, be a better wine to say there was a year. So, you are not even gonna feel as sleepy. It's a normal experience, but
Mm.
so oh you're not so do theta stage now sending a can energy is rise somehow a little bit especially so you're breathing exercise for 30 minutes because breathing exercise in another way around you should absorb energy to ourselves so if you are weak
Mm.
once you learn upon it immediately absorb energy to ourselves to get more strength to do whatever you want to do. Okay, So sometimes oh yeah, so amount more energy rather than to get you into the theta. Into energy does be reverse and American. Ube we no not just say what that grand because what they about more so the could be but bit over that was right. So sometimes too it happens like that. Yeah. So but and yes so it is yeah, right. What they do the breathing exercise a couple minutes and then move on to the what do you call it? The stillness. I am not breathing in your brain. Yes, when it end up to very much, absorbing more energy to yourself. Into be giant, won't mean that be.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you don't have to. So what shall I say? You don't have to do the breathing exercise to that extent, but it's good though, so you'll be able to do it. But make sure, sir, the initial self breathing how are we make sure say it is much effective. Oh yeah, for example, the taking in of the breath and the holding of the breath and then releasing it slowly. Into, yeah, as time goes on, you don't have to do the breathing exercise for even 10 times. With mine 3 times, but now be why very light. With mine bed 3 times, why very just very light lying down. Okay. So yeah, I'll advise us all the understand a tire ebu high and tiny sir. There are different ways I be use that breathing, to absorb more energy to do unfinished or prana or whatever. Now all they are getting energy into yourself to do your healing work and do all this sort of stuff. Until do now you're more energized to but so I make make sure say be I say now you just do a man breathing exercise in your baby and try to be still and be in the student mode and then let it take you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, yes, yeah, that's it. Madam Free. If I'm sure, we see for yeah, Shamu, I think that all hands are down right now. I can't see any hands up. If you have any question, if there's anything, oh yeah.
As boom.
As boom, as boom, as boom. Me pacho with me akasa. You've been allowed.
Good evening, please.
Good evening.
Pacho, dear, my colleague back on the visa about not being able to sleep after the practices, no. Me Pacho, teacher Ita or chairman or church if he could please explain again because it happens to me too. Me, I'm exercise, me practices ni we are mean to mean that I can't sleep.
Okay. So DTN
Thank you.
but automatically
Me Pacho, I'm a
uh-huh. The exercise
Pacho.
one we use to absorb energy and there's one we use to get into the theta state.
Okay.
Now both of them can work in hand. Sometimes the individuals will work. Sometimes depends on who intention, right? Any what you want. Sometimes it may happen naturally. Okay. And then the two is one so that we used to absorb more energy. And you say, "Be why am ready? Oh yeah, ready. A boy crowd yeah, and oh yeah, crowd wants to feel free to now say yeah, you will getting more energy. It happens like
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me feel like there's this heat building up in my system.
yeah, yeah. So Sano, I just said what is happening. There's a whole lot of stuff happening, and it is kind of as a rejuvenation. These are something is it is yeah working something within yourself.
Okay.
I would say in a healing form,
Okay.
or if the word detox may be the best word. So
Okay.
most of the moment shall say, exercise, beginners for or shall say you feel heat in your body. And that heat is
Okay.
that energy now absorbing inside work or then it starts to produce that sweat in any way in the outside, right? Yeah, but
Okay.
and it's a big called that
Okay. All right.
yeah, yeah, and it's very good when we start to feel the heat But sometimes we feel heat na I do a chira etiko. Right?
Yes, ethical.
Yeah,
Yes.
etiko.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we be about so in the future, maybe I'm gonna draw that energy. No more, I'm gonna get into the healing way. You know, we'll draw that energy, and then we'll move that heat in it building up, and then you can send the energy or do whatever you wanna do. Now, when you are using it for winner, so heat in the shas about as bonus experience. What ugusuya depending on if I would say things in your body, I need to the breathing need to work it out. The energy need to work out in your body. So when you combine the breathing and the stillness in it together, that is where wonderful happens, right? Because again, you're breathing now, and I was also be nice or church and walk a crabby, all this sort of stuff. But Rodans will be making sure, sir, you know, still a stiff mode and do the breathing exercise. Now, so you know, matcha, you know, heat neighbor. And you know, over to me, I only much more or only be right? Because also in 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes, you know, which might be 10 or 20 minutes. I think 10 minutes will be able to get you there as fast as possible, right?
Usually, you know, me count it. Me yeah, between 15 and 20, like
Yeah,
breathing.
reading
That's what I do.
like episodes, you know, right?
In fact, between
Aha,
15 and 20, yeah.
yeah. I
15
know,
works, 22 works.
yeah, I know she'll be able to get you there. And most important, look feeling light, but you are good to go. The lightness, a state where you're in a deep you're kind of in a very relaxed mode. So you don't really feel the body anymore. You are feeling very
Yeah.
light. That means in that very moment, all your muscles is being relaxed and right, complete relaxation. Because if your muscles are not relaxed, then you're gonna feel the body. So when you feel light, it means the body, the body start to shut down, or the muscles are being relaxed completely. That is why you are feeling that very light sensation, right? And in that very moment, it's good for doing all the projections or your psychic or manifestation or doing because that is a brainwave we are wiring it through, right? Getting from the alpha to the theta state. Yeah. Yeah. It is a more for the heat, you know, there. So as boon crowd, you are good because a bar a chess article, so you don't have a problem. Or more
Yes.
baby.
It's
So can I
just
say,
that after that, na mean to mean that. Honestly.
after that,
So
you know, so I'm
me yana na jua mean to mean that. So I decided to me during the day.
yeah. So any kumuno, how any kumtiano. That's why stress being or something I will need to get down to sleep. Now you're the breathing exercise now. It goes down and rejuvenate and I don't know,
Like you
work
have
out
more
that.
energy in your system.
It gives you that energy. Into the kumna ozeba asa
Ember.
hobie.
Okay.
The idea was
Okay.
enko wada. And a breathing exercise na koyo mo adwuma.
Okay.
Tubos as when you at to cry, unti no cry na emba bi.
Ember Madiachi.
Yeah, over na dey. So that is how it is. It I
Okay.
think it's even a good thing to yeah. So until we have some time moment, and then it's good for you to use that time to do your visualizations, you know.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That one will give you a bit more upper hand. But this is a man for one person to enjoy person what then you know. And already that one mean but I think that even that require can see it can be an advantage for people who almost that be brave. Oh yeah,
Mm,
and the community then you can use it to do more of your practices.
yes.
You can use that to yeah. So that is it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the
Thank
part.
you.
And as boon, little
Yes,
thing I
please.
made they can one son the healer. A man is as well, but say,
Okay.
um, I was a chance so a bra when years and year cumuno, over
Mm,
ya when years and year cumuno. Now I started with exercise, you know, because the one yan is as well. Now when you come in van there. 7 Vans that would done 9. On the door time or that would done 9. Now, because them more
mm,
best 7 o'clock. Now, yeah, and you obey at because
mm,
when you're ready, so we call that, and I say body when you're ready. based on the way I was see at training once will be our time or did that time the
Yeah.
phone out here then I'll better. See, I was maybe our bomb when you were the time or when you come that's the time that you go in there and start doing
And
your
then you
exercise.
start. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that be
Thank you.
and
Thank
that's
you.
it.
Okay.
That's the part. The healer. The healer batch of Kasa.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Me pɛ guidance kakra wɔ asɛm bi ho sɛ obi discover ne ho sɛ bi a ɔyɛ healer obi a sɛ bi a nkɔfo ka wɔn problem kyerɛ wɔn a otum ɔboa through medication na bi a problem na solve saa nipa no sɛn na because reason tí a mi bisa saa ne sɛ me tie lesson bi wɔ platform mi so a yɛsɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ obi ayɛ sɛ saa nipa no ɔno ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ sɛ ɔno nkwa na Nyankopɔn kasa kyerɛ no ɔno na ɔwɔ saa power no nti obiara ba ne nkyɛn ɔba na ɔbɛka ne problem nkyɛn na waboa na ɔno ayɛ sɛ ɔno na okuta ɔno nkwa na Nyankopɔn kasa kyerɛ no bi nti mepɛ sɛ mehu sɛ obi wɔ saa gift na anaasɛ obi wɔ saa ayi na sɛn na saa nipa no ɔmfa mboa nature no sɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ bi a ɔbɛwɔ hɔ na obi bɛka ne problem akyerɛ na waboa no a sɛ nyɛ saa na ɛte a kwan bɛn so na saa nipa no bɛfa so ɔde bɛboa others anaasɛ sɛ sɛ me woba a sɛ mekyerɛw sɛ yɛ meditation na yɛ ne sei na problem no a woka na ɛbɛsɔwe because metie platform yi so a even yɛ a yɛ practice no kora mpo no yɛ start yɛ akyɛ but ebi ho yɛ a ɛde biribi a na onya problem na waba na yɛ kyerɛ no but issue bi wɔ hɔ mu a na ehia ɛyɛ ade bi a ndɛ ne ɔkyena asɛm sɛ mɛma wo instance bi a obi kodu Canadian they can say immigration or immigration ona yɛsɛ hɔ na ɔkɔ no apply sɛ ɔkɔ school hɔ nti school na ɔkɔ no na yɛsɛ otua $30,000 na otua a Ghana ha 500 otua 500 pɛ ɛna ɔma no visa na ɔde kɔdu nti ɔkɔdu immigration no na yɛhwɛ no papers no yɛhu sɛ no wentua fees no ɛwie nti ne yɛntumi mma no ɛnwuram ayɛ sɛ yɛbɛma no asan anaasɛ biribi nti ɛhɔ no saa time no saa moment no na saa nipa no ne papa frɛ me ne papa no onim me ne di nkɔmmɔ nim me ɔfrɛ me sɛ saa issue wei na akɔto ne ba no wɔ immigration hɔ nti no me nso meyɛ meditation wɔ Ghana ha yɛ me ho te sɛ bi a meyɛ adwuma wɔ immigration hɔ sɛdeɛ meka no sɛ memekɔ Canada hɔ saa moment no mekɔ hɔ ɛyɛ mo sɛ meyɛ immigration officers ne bi ɔmo pani na mbisa mo sɛ lady na ɔmo editi ne na ɔwɔ hɔ no dɛn na mama na atena hɔ na ɔmo kyerɛ so ɔmo ka na asɛm ase bi sɛ otua ase ne wentua ase nti na yɛ editi ne no ɛna meka kyerɛ mo sɛ ɔmo ngya no na ɔnkɔ nti me yɛ meditation wie yɛ no me wie a mete hɔ a na ne papa frɛ me so ɔmo gya lady no ma lady no ɔkɔ inside nti me bisa sɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ obi bɛwɔ hɔ sɛ ɔwɔ hɔ sɛ obi problem bɛ ɔbɛsɔ because me tie program bi wɔ platform yi so nti ana me kasa no ayɛ te sɛ wopɛ sɛ woka sɛ wo deɛ wo nkwa na Nyankopɔn kasa kyerɛ wo nti nkɔfo mbra wo nkyɛn na boa wo mo ɛnyɛ saa mepɛ sɛ mehu sɛ sɛn na saa wonya saa akyɛde no a sɛn na wo nsi mfa mboa mepɛ sɛ menya idea kakra wɔ saa deɛ no
Okay. And then I walk around. We all do it, okay? It's no more common when we come to the intermediates. But quite right, that you be able to do it. You will just manipulating reality to your own will, right? You just went there, and then change stuff. Okay. Now, you can say, that way now, what we say is that so when heal be you need to understand sir, the healing is not just for you to heal. Now there's other forms of healing. I mean, and then so who heal be there are some people are more teachings, they prefer healing. So and at that will be. So instead of say what I don't know what teaching there, but say I can say what I think it was so you can say, for example, Obua or when we are healing somebody, you channel 1 or 2 practices. On one in these cases about one will use that practices. So we need some of this I don't know in the future. No? So in there no what healing no, and then what's action or something either say or the be more and or the healing on him or herself. You see, so say nipa kono koye no 1 or 2 be that at the corner one will serve as a what do you call it? Will serve as a Christian American say evangelism, right? And nipa kono will use that say, hey, Saudi kram meeting here you, hey, Saudi kram ye see am krebe. Then that will start to change the person's mind to learn more about him or herself, okay, to acquire more knowledge of the self. Now the healing, no, everyone has it, okay. Cancer is not one person, but some of us will be able to awaken that very aspect of us. And see, one gift for you as a healer too is for you to help people discover their healing abilities. Okay, so it depends on how you view the healing to be. When we are talking to some of you, when we are teaching some of us here, no, in a way, it's a form of healing. Because some of us, and maybe we are teaching you more AEPA, even the breathing exercise, right? So your healing no, should be in a way you use it to heal other people and also let them also discover their own healing ability and also help other people too as you are helping. Okay, so and let's say be a new class will be because of so because of one that is not the case. Okay, it's just heal, but most importantly, make sure you have things in place in any case beyond the person will be able to do something on him or herself so that the person can use that to kind of ever set a way be that discover say, oh, there's more to life, maybe there's more to what I can do, so that I can maybe get myself into this stuff and know myself more. And in that way, maybe you should that healing to converting people, right? To becoming known who they are as a soul. Rather than say, oh, no, I bet you know, I just said there. Or bet you okay, fine, nothing really changes. Because him said then so the person will not be able to the conscious awareness or also be also we are learning to bring people to our level. Okay, so if you're a healer, if you're a psychic, if you're whatever it is, whenever you are teaching somebody or you are doing something for people, make sure, sir, you are teaching them, helping them to get into the level you are. So, I think there are some of us who or buy for healing, and after the healing, the person joined because of how you may be your money. Some of the practices, simple practices, or no get you to experience it. Then the person start to learn the knowledge of the self. So this can be your way you too can help people raise their vibration to become what do you call it, and learn to become learn to know who they are. Okay, the healer, but that's what I say. Hello.
Matthias pa.
Aha.
Matthias pa.
Aha. It's wood now we say no.
Matthias pa. Matthias pa.
Yeah, the whole year,
Yeah.
It's something we all have. Okay. I think we did talk about, I don't know, the imagination or visualization and the reality of our imagination and what is actually is. Because our imagination is the inner world. Okay. It will visualize it, say, oh, command the woman. What you were doing was you were actually changing reality. And in a way, you really travel out there. Right? You travel aspect of your consciousness to that place and change it. But again, it might seem it is your imagination or command the woman, but it is happening in real time. And that is how we use to bend reality to our own will. If a situation is going on, if something is happening, now how you facing now, then you go into the inner, you visualize the situation, and you change it to how you want it to be. And it will reflect in the physical, right? Yeah, so it's a very good thing. Yeah. So that we can make people become aware of
Yeah,
themselves in that
yeah.
aspect. Why? Anyway, why are they? Well done. I think so. They will go straight to the healing.
Matthias.
Yeah, healing group. Yeah, give it up.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. But any questions? Not mama and us. If anyone have any questions, then I bet you to bring it up or experiences. The person should bring it up and hey, Obi, any question? No experiences too.
Me pacho ita baba yaga amane saso.
Oh, okay. And then be
Baba yaga mi bio. Baba yaga mpacho kasa yekio.
Okay, good evening, Yarmunado.
Yeah,
yeah.
so.
Pacho, my question ka crazy. Pacho, my question is, on the your body no, and yeah, your body no, your digested and you are like some pretty autonomous decisions. Yeah. To me, besides, is there a way, say, like, we can tap into the full brilliance of our own body, even without even thinking about it and no, we can do other things and
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. I think that people call it DNA, all this sort of ideas. We don't really actually your friend is saying we don't really agree to those ideas. The reason being is, I mean, this body we all have, right? They make it seem something supernatural, but it is part of the matrix. It is part of the 3D constructs in a way. So even if we activate any DNA or whatever soever, we are still stuck in the body. Okay, we are still operating in the matrix, and the goal here, is to know thyself, which is the consciousness or the soul. So as we always say, we are in fight with the mind. The matrix is within the mind. So what we are doing, we are not trying to actually awaken the soul. I think that word is also awaken the soul in you or the sort of idea. You don't really awaken the soul. The soul is actually what it actually is. But the soul is kind of in a way trapped in something we call the mind. So we are here just trying to hack the mind so that we can have full potential of the soul. So this all body now you wanna is part of the mind or is part of the construction of the matrix, which is making us stuck, not able to realize our full potential because it's a limitation. So even if you open whatever DNA they talks about, you are still gonna be stuck attached to this physical one way or the other. Now I think it is common in the Black American and the Black um, spiritual community, right? The DNA activate the DNA, whatever. What about passing or bypassing the mind? Understanding
Me pacho baba yoga mpacho mute ho ya se nya feedback akra mute ho na itanga so wi awa mpacho. Boss
yeah.
koso.
Okay. Yeah. So when we come now, we've actually because we most of the time we were trying to like get all these ideas were in the public, the DNA and then activation and goes back to Yadonaki, why all this sort of ideas. But the raw power is not in the DNA, whatever. It is actually in it's your soul. Who you are is what it is. And all the DNA or whatever is within your consciousness. It is not within the body. The fundamentality of our existence is our consciousness. You see? So it is when we learn to get the full power of our consciousness or our soul, you don't really need all DNAs to do whatever, all this sort of stuff. You can just command and all of them will awaken. So seek ye first, right? The kingdom, seek within, which is within you first, which is your inner world, your consciousness, and the outer will be reflected. It is not another way around like seeking the outer, because the body is part of the outer, the DNA whatever is part of the outer, and using the outer to conquer the inner, it never happens. You have to seek ye first the kingdom, okay, and then whatever will be added, which means when you seek and have the knowledge of the inner world, then it will reflect in the outside. You see, so people spend time in all this DNA, whatever, and they really don't really get anywhere. So what we need to understand is, the body, and actual facts, the body is a limitation, right? And there haven't been any DNA activation or be supernatural powers be or TBD to two as omokane a bit many superpowers be na near brophobia kokoni two near koha. It never happens. These are still ideas roaming about. A construct on somebody are doing because baby. But the real thing is everything is within the mind. It is not within the body. Sometimes we think the body has to have some speciality be or whatever. But everything is within the mind. And as we unlock the mind, the reason why everything is in the mind is that your consciousness is trapped within the mind. So what we are doing right now is trying to hack the mind. That is why we need to deal with the ego. We need to deal with the subconscious mind. All this mind stuff to get, okay, because even our reality is being controlled by the mind, our subconscious mind. The inner world, you go into the inner world crowd, you could be controlled by the mind, the subconscious mind, because you are still within the mind. The ego is playing. So until you learn how to hack, so all what we are doing is hack or get through the mind so that the consciousness will have its full potential. So that is where I think if there is a DNA, it is just a DNA of activating or bypassing the mind. Other than that, you can activate anything within the body. The body cannot transcend the mind. The body itself, because the mind is not part of the body. Okay, I think this Isikabichichi, most of the mind is a software or something where it is wrapping the mind, the body. You see, so what we need to understand is that when we start to get and unlock the mind, that is the most important mentalism, and get every program out of the way, every limitation, fear, doubt, the ego. When we can get all this out of the way, then we start to get in touch with our true self. And that true self, is what we need to overcome even the body, to overcome our reality, to change everything's up. Okay. Yeah. So Baba Iga, I think I hope you've gotten understanding
Yeah,
about
yeah,
saying.
but Matthias,
And
and then
why? I think it
okay,
is very much in the Black American community. I almost see solar flare be banner activate your DNA be now. There's a whole bunch of information to where it doesn't lead anywhere, and people are still following anyway. So yeah, keep it up anyway.
but
So
and then again, but the midnight now me breathing exercise when I close my eyes to visualize something.
mhm.
Like I still see darkness in my eyes, but then the if my eyes are wide open and I sit down quiet for after a minute or two, then the what I was trying to see my when my eyes was closed, I bump into
Okay,
immediately
so
flash sharp like the
yeah,
way I wanted to see it when my eyes were closed. I rather see it when my eyes are wide open.
okay. So the TNA, Baba Yaga,
Okay.
you need to understand where we visualize image from. Okay, where does we visualize? We visualize things inside our head. That is where the psychic center or the pineal gland anywhere so okay. Any moment so at least they were able to
Yeah, yeah, Ucha, Honor,
visualize in the moment so. But when you start from inside the head, then you can start to see. Now that is your third eye. Now, so any visualizing it will soon more. It means a doom. And I say MBA I just said DBA say canea, say light, third eye, at the any and this when you cry physical eye, what katanas will be in a half no one be in a full. I was I don't know any be soon kakra because of the be in a case. So that is why we need to learn how to visualize and do visualization more to get enough light in our psychic center. In Tebeka kakra no kato any now just of visualize only clear to say the way be winning. Now, so I also say visualization at home. I have tried to get relaxed first. Okay, so that your brain waves will move from the beta to the alpha state so that you can be able to visualize and see what you want to see. Okay, and again, the entire will be when here ultimately visualizing 10 time dance what when you say when you know it is connected to your pin, the other eye, which we call it the third eye, or the pineal gland. Okay, and you will be when you know there is a light on say. And some of that when you be who are there no, and ibia and of the who are there or physical no, you need light to reflect on at the corner, reflecting in your retina also. Now brain that interpretate at the corner ocean. You know who say be a ocean a Diana ocean at the okay. I think so mom here light reflection eye wow, they know what I'm talking about. In order for you to see something, they have to be light. Okay, so no, so be when you can try to visualize. It's much easier when you open your eye to visualize that there's a light. Retina. It is your other eye is getting some of that light into a shiny. Okay, it make you easier for you to visualize something when your eyes is open because there's some of the light is getting into that third eye. No, so I quite a canny so hard no timid one there. But there's no any light coming in. That is why it feels like now so then you need to learn and train that very aspect to absorb more light. And how do we absorb more light in there? It is basically visualizing stuff. Oh, sure, yeah, because our light, you know, visualize it. Then the more you do the visualization, the more that inner eye is open because the more it get more light. So that when you start to visualize at the because light any who are the 18 as a visualization. Oh, yeah, about and now you 2 more. Or square zero. The reason being is light no asa washing. And I was a light across the friend say auto light na say what the battery shape no one use so I was over battery no. It's the same kind of analogy, kind of stuff going on in here. So the more you visualize, the more you get more light in there. Okay, the more it start to opens up, the more the light become more brighter, and you visualize. Visualize but so now that is why friends are tied down in a doom or when you close your eyes because light in a asa light or light bulb now a wood trim now or pinaggrabating there who the inner board no if I say yeah me I'm trying to make it me explain it based on things we are familiar in our daily life we know so that be much simple now I'm quite more philosophical theory. Okay, it is almost a bob when you saw a shit into yes channel yeah you see that light and science yeah shit. Visualize that is your inner eye. Tell that more can want some. And if you Friday one day, in the case of Catwani, share so wait me who friends open and as over who feel anymore. If you have whom banasi you soon can crash a wetchery, yeah, a doom can be any one debating their head. The entire when you will not be who and the morning say cania a tosso a free cania range. So cania to me toss about Trimono. So you need to learn how to absorb more kania so that kania and what in the who are then after so year. That is where you learn to absorb more light by visualizing. When you visualize, Oshadie, no visualize it, Oshadie, no visualize it. And no, your brain or your is absorbing the light rays now at all at the end of summer. As all you try to visualize it now, it absorbing that rays now. Who do any physical action and that rays, it start to imprint itself in the eye. So it, in a way, it starts to your inner eye or third eye. No, I don't want to use that word, but that third eye will start to get more light. So that when you close your eyes, and I will close your eyes, and then you start to see other dimensions, other places. It is just a simple thing if you understand how it works. Can you need who are there? Can you do? Now there's a whole concept. I don't want to for na doom na didi. I send a baby and I meditation. We and send a baby and people move around without really getting anything. But you understand the principle of how light works and sound and how this seeing stuff works. Then you start to do all this sort of stuff to make it brighter, and you can see and travel in the inner world freely. Okay, so Baba, I hope that my team actually cover another aspect of the question for Omo to understand it. It's just a easy. That's what I said. That ability, no, and as a winning drew no winning. You don't have to close your eyes to get into the inner world. You can be wide awake, open your eyes, and still be there. Right? But the difference is American or visualize it with your eyes open. It's the same center, it's the same inner eye. Just pass it will be when in light now air for when you know. Light now will be when in because will be when be that retina that absorbs light. To that light, you know, kakra echo into the pineal for it to open a little bit up. It will be when it's able to see. That is why your mom say your blue circle no other images. No, what happens in here? So when the blue circle is there and you're looking at the blue circle now, your eye na be or physical eye na there a be in a blue circle. So it is continuously absorbing light. Into the morning ocean, I was not light now absorbing no. A be a quack the third. Into once would do any show, but now what's that who are the full be with your inner eye or with your mind's eye or with your third eye. It was also her image in this or her blue circle has no be about them. No, who are the full or who different cities or who different places. Yes, because of that, you are absorbing more light to the pineal gland or the third eye. So you start to that inner eye start to opens up because when you have more light, and you start to tune in between the inner eye and the physical eye. Baby, your eyes will be wide open and you can still be seeing with your mind's eye fully clear, right? The whole idea goes back to light because this universe, at the basis of it, it all goes back to light and sound, right? So I hope that I'm offering a little bit idea, right? So that is why I bought because you could do it before and sending a beer like what? Who could the tomatoes yam? What light does it have to clarify it or make it happen? It either you use sound or you use light to open this sentence up. So that is why most of them or more meditation about open the chakra stuff involve visualization. Visualize or chakra is spinning or visualize there is a white again. Yeah, that is light because it is light and sound. It's now going into the other sector now. They use sound. Maybe they will chant Om, right? What is the Om doing? Okay, I think that the other time I changed. So it is either you use light and sound. Okay, that is the fundamentality of the whole stuff, which is part of the consciousness. So we want to influence reality in any form. You need to use either light or you need to use sound. So that is what because we are healing or visualization as this. Yes, and you're gonna manipulate. You want so obekasa, which is casting of spells and make things happen. Right? Anyway. But I hope so. What else, sir?
Okay.
Yeah, no, my phone.
Baba, that's it. That's it. I'm saying Christina Festus or something like that. Now or line so. But well, in part of Christina Mouse has to be my right. Okay. Christina Badger.
Good evening.
Yeah, evening.
Good evening.
Okay, Pacho, relating to the first part now we're explaining my guy, I had said there's something called the nature soul. I don't know whether it's a new age teaching and BB, but
Yeah.
almost in nature too, no na. So okay, bisa na yesi yafre okra, no na yafre no. And no way you are there and all that. I don't know the truth in that. And that we are not supposed to ignore that one. I don't know say
No, no, no,
you know prayer.
no, no.
And then my second question is per our teachings na yes yeah we know. Is it right to obedi ahini and now obedi class 2 so is
Yeah.
it right?
I just says that you question about Ronaldo
Mm.
Magomeba. I just
Yeah, aba pen.
yeah. But anyway, Mame answer the first question. No, all this concept in labels. I mean, adults with too much. Everyone's in nature's will become say one show. Overcome not simple idea. I will that though, and I'm free to different things. Maybe it might be the subconscious mind or your subconscious your etheric body or something on kind nature, whatever. But please, I don't worry yourself with labels. It all causes more confusion. What we know is that we don't have to do any Abusa stuff. We just visualize you. When we come to the psychic reading stuff, you can just visualize somebody. Only one wada and within fufu or whatever. And you can still be speaking, and the person will be speaking all what is going on in his. I think another man who used to do the same thing when he want to go home. And the person Obeka wants him about the course on Abrabo or all this. What we know is that we call something quantum entanglement. That quantum entanglement it goes back to the idea that we are all one. We are all connected with one universal mind. Right? So, and I'm saying yeah, back on me, I'm an aspect of you, Festina. You're also an aspect of me. I'm aspect of Nana Dumako. So all I need to do is to connect with you. And when I connect with you, an essence of you, okay, will be drawn. Or when I've been entangled with you, an essence of you is drawn, and I can speak with that essence, and that essence too contains your whole information or some of your information, okay? And I can access that information, or I can speak with you, or I can get those informations, okay? So as you know, we don't really do that that stuff because we make things simple, okay? And I believe maybe that is what they are saying, but maybe at the philosophical ideas, theories, their way of doing how I'm here, and I'm more tedious. But it doesn't have to be, okay? So we make things really, really simple, okay? So that nature, so now busa and all this sort of stuff, we are not really kind of, we don't subscribe to all these ideas. We don't even have to do all the abusa, all this sort of stuff. We can pull up your records, your Kartik records or whatever, and read it. Or we can access your subconscious mind for it to bring us information about yourself. We can be psychic reading. And it's basically the same thing as a booster stuff. But I suppose on a more traditional way of doing it. But you can just have an intention, have a thought of what you want to know about somebody. Okay? And hold that thought for a couple of time. The same way I didn't hear talking about your thought creates your reality. So holding that for some times. It either so person who die and answer another bro because your thoughts in itself, when you are able to give a thought a little bit of energy, it have its own intelligence. So, for example, I think that the car thought to a man for the year, every castle man testimony. So, a more quick, or they see your margin say, oh, they want this to happen. And in the same thing, it happens. In the same way, when it comes to the booster stuff, whatever, you just have to have that intention of what you want to see or know. And you hold that intention in the mind's eye or in the mind. It might not happen immediate, depends on how mature you are in this mystic act. So it might be say, obeso die, when you answer, no, and I will answer with trim. It's the same thing they call it the idea of divination or all this sort of stuff. Okay, so we understand that the soul is we are all connected, and we cannot access that. We can access every information, no matter where the person is from another universe. We can contact the dead. We can speak with them from another universe. We can. And the basics of what we are doing, we are consciousness, and we are everywhere. And we also have a mind. And that mind is a universal, and everything is connected onto it. So if you want to connect that, you can just use the same mind and connect, or without having, you can just have an intention to connect to whatever, whoever or whatever, even if it's a plant, if it is whatever it is, to communicate with it. Okay, so we don't have to go through all this sort of stuff. So I don't know, all this different labels and yeah, I just wanted to make simple so that so Festina, what you wanna see, Pacho? Okay, yeah. And then your second question, yeah, you can wait maybe here and they say it's not a problem. It's part of the waiting. I said, Andrea will be improving another you wait maybe it's not really a problem. But the answer you just have to position your because in this world, a thankful for no mom three more than a dozen, right? In some people will try to, I mean, I got things I'm offering my own some that I know this sort of stuff. But if you have this knowledge, you don't have to worry about it. You can protect yourself and shield yourself and do it. So, Christina, I would say you're good. Okay.
That's it.
Mate.
Okay. Festina, that's it.
Yeah.
And the Baba Yaga, as I'm an assassin, Baba Yaga.
Yeah. And so Baba Yaga Bekano, yeah. I think there is so much technologies and ideas, philosophies, and concepts out there, which is labels. And it makes the thing more confusing. More, I don't know why, but what we are doing is not supposed to be, it's not supposed to be complex. It's supposed to be simple. Simplicity is the key. It doesn't have to make it complex. You see?
It's a area so be pe wa hunu wa and o kakata won ti ade ho or pe wa sisiwa and now because the way I almost see ban almost some terminologies be normal use some words be like can you maybe abom when I said they be a bit confused with the masses. I think that all this stuff going on, no, there are some entities and other beings behind it. Some person are confused with the masses because Omen will say that waking is on actually happening right now. It's already moving around. What does it? You know, almost for coin biswa the same you be shema dan near maybe said the bear amount of to be diverted from the main way, you know, all my I getting into it because sometimes so getting more into it now both say to ko fatem bi basa bi no ma to be bidding no dia be boom now fe na no na more discussing because the nature soul or something like that. What does it mean? At the end of the day, there's something called soul. That's the main thing that we're talking about. But I know the BBI there abe bata. So with that being said, I want to say you're very careful, near stay focused. Because once stay focused, and I be there some, as Ita said, some terminologies we know more useful. And I say, that say, okay, gumna and the end distract or my distraction. That's how I see it.
No, that's
it. It also.
I know. And so I'm person with the kahun say language is a barrier. English in your language. It's in our English language not more constructive as they say be a baby for be an obeti. It's not our language. And it's not the original language. It's going back to the original language now, and that's going back to the way we used to talk. No, we don't have it. It's or Bob Brofuke CBA now say, hey, akwe onimu. It's no nim. And I saw slangy kakra, I was hey, akwe onimagi apa, and so onimushe. So we just have to be careful and how we deal with these type of things. Just when teacher eat a canon. I can't for number can some just the way about sugar coating who's your now I was seeing wounds so not saying any. So we have to be careful. we all have to be careful out there. That's
Yeah.
all.
And then I think that Andra, yeah, healing about and then a bit came in about what languages, because
Mm-hmm.
language is a bridge, as you were saying, to our subconscious mind.
Yes.
Even how we are teaching, the way we are teaching, the way we are
Mm-hmm.
speaking, and the words we are using, and how are you constructing in a way make people make people understand it more. Because how you speak to people, how about constructed because when you are speaking, it is the conscious and the subconscious mind is still is working together. So the information now it have the words are used, it have so many impact on the person, how to change the person's perspective, and how an impact. You see, I think there's one America where you were saying I have to repeat the whole thing again so that, because when I repeat myself, I don't really use the same words. I use different words. And some
Mm-hmm.
people are really good with or more nature and how way of living. And then baby there's some words here and no more connecting or and you say and then more deeply. So we'll have your practice your car won't your car on tears. Maybe they start repeating it be more say words for be one way to be able to be you. Most of the different understanding. Also, okay. So the more you repeat it, most of them because words and also American it's a some way be. Obia is a kind of a different way resonate with different people.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, yeah, but anyway. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the bad teacher. Jama, that's it. If I jump say Beatrice and Swaman is as well. Beatrice.
Bye.
Me ba job. Hey, Baba, I got story. Hey, me ba job. Twice. Kasa. If you are near Beatrice, why? Akra, me then go. Oh, yeah, ma, so.
No problem, sir. And through the lesson, teachers are I had a dream be na me kind now the maintenance na me dream home. I'm keeping having that dream. So yesterday and Tiandra no me breathing exercise na me starting tense. I want to know the reason why I keep having that dream. And with your breathing exercise then I felt light and then I fell asleep. In the dream that same old man I met him again. But then I was in a haste now in 1910. He was behind me and then he called. He called me, said, Aretna, me 1910. I mean, China na yam. I said, okay. Nti me twɛn na ɔbɛka me ho na mene nante na ɔka sɛ place na mekɔ no ɔntumi nti sɛ metumi afa no ɛna me sɛ wɔne deɛ no problem na mefaa no wɔ ne nsɛm te sɛ deɛ a yɛfa nkwalaa no wɔ yɛn nsɛm ɛna ɔka sɛ metumi anante ntɛm deɛ nti wɔ me si ɛne deɛ ɛnyɛ problem mu nyɛ bi ɛna mede nti I was running with him na obisa me sɛ metumi ahwɛ wiase no so anaa I was like metumi ahwɛ wiase so sɛ ɛne deɛ ɛyɛ simple yɛka sɛ bɛhwɛ wiase so a mɛma me yɔnko ho ɛhi asɛm ayɛ ne ɛhi asɛm mɛma sɛ n'ani ngye a mɛma n'ani agye sɛ ɛna ɔka sɛ betwa na ɔkɔ nti ɔkɔ no nti there and there no na wayera wɔ me nsam but then I prevented him from going sɛ mbɛka asɛm wei kyerɛ obiara ne hɔ bɛgye me di nti ɔngya me ahyɛnsodeɛ a ɛkyerɛ sɛ asɛm wei sɛ meka na mede wei kyerɛ a obiara bɛgye me di and then he left a white cloth and then there was this tree ɛno ahomakyɛm mayɛ na m'ani so tete mu so I was quite confused where I was sɛ yɛka sɛ obi hwɛ wiase so a what does that really mean and what's the purpose of you saying that to me?
I think I will be saying that or the answer. What's this about Unia why and has my way here some
me na me man sa answer no.
And also
yes. But
that's what
no I imagine bebree.
So that is what he meant. I don't know the dream out now. I don't know, but I think there's a message for you. I don't know who that. I don't know if it might be your I don't know your grandparent. I don't know your grandfather. I don't know.
Yeah, because of late, me soon that I keep on meeting older people with gray hair, gray beard.
Oh, okay. And I think someone from your family was trying to contact you, and then I don't know your family or where you are, but send no kind, you know, and send out one side or cast which channel. Go by that way, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Baba. Yeah, that's it.
I think you're confused, grammar, cry. Why?
Yeah,
Again,
that's it.
yeah.
Me bacho Beatrice, say when sana sa drop PVM intino. Then ka bema unsa so okay. Beatrice mbacho kasa we are na the healer ba. Beatrice mbacho yetie o.
Adeɛ blue ball form of answer boss on about no film.
But of mpanyinfoɔ mekyia obi a o na yo mepakyɛw ayɛ sɛ menya experience no na mepɛ sɛ metap in na mente deɛ bi a menyaeɛ no ase na meyɛ a menya result biara na mesrɛ sɛ mebisa sɛ kwan foforɔ bi wɔ hɔ a because mepɛ sɛ mehu
experience bɛn ka uchire mu kakra ma ete ase a ɛdeɛ na opɛ sɛ uhu na ɛdeɛ na wante ase.
Okay, mepakyɛw from the start no ayɛ sɛ mehu robot bi a ɛyɛ a ayɛ sɛ ɔmo di m'akyi ɛna ayɛ sɛ mebisaeɛ no ɛna master yi ta kaa sɛ mehu ɔmo a ɛyɛ a membisa ɔmo sɛ ɔmo ne hwan ɛfiri hɔ no mebisa meka a na kyerɛ sɛ mehu na ayɛ sɛ mehu biribiara bio sɛ nnura ase meka biribi about image bi a up to mehu yɛ a ɛyɛ a tray with all different type of trees inside no ɛno nso meyɛ mehu answer bi amma.
Okay, one thing they say one thing is answer na ita bebem ni other teachers no bebem. Say who get entity be getting in touch with you. Na say who question na on appear be ma. And them say you discuss this idea we kakra me cause the teacher fra kuma na teacher bi na me kran so me de kakra to so. Na question na on appear be mu a. It means say that entity is not ready to keep on, keep contacting another on person no better. Sa ebi a me fan say quote and quote ayonko fa or person no fan. So because me ube mi fie na ube bopulu na me bisa se hwan ni na untimi introduce ho nkyere me a ebi a me asmesi me we a I can't open the door for you. So maybe you then let them be.
Okay.
The entity ni contact one na be contact na o question no. So ono ne ho idea no ohwehwe ne ade na ontimi ansa wa anasa o disappear. Let them be because it might be say up e bia or baba betra wa hwe they say take advantage of you but who say unim ne wo ye ntino and that they decided not to come anymore.
Oh, okay.
That can be the case. And you know and the say entity ni contact one. Based on your knowledge, when you are having intuition, bet me ama wetimi a question no, and who say we no or ye quote unquote good entity and I say or ye bad entity. And now the chain business or bad. Let's say be our say on your more na has nothing to do with knowing thyself and I say bet me about what you are progressing in this journey of discovering who you are as a soul. Now the bia wordly stuff and near my was as na member can remember saying the contract near my near be bema. Don't go there because at the end of the day, no baby or the walk on or baba there would do assume fidiam you. These were some of the things they can and not.
Okay.
Na ebia na bi how want yase. But so wa ba na wa bisa na there What be sound is introducing on own teaming can't or introducing on what disappear. No, let them be. You don't have to. And it's not like say who chinchina you baby, who chinchina
Okay.
entities visiting now or man
Okay.
buy. And
Yeah.
if they cannot introduce themselves and tell you the purpose or the reason why they are in that space at that particular time, let them go.
Okay.
Kakra mekano na other teachers ni bi ato aso.
Pacho you.
That's it.
You miss me that's it.
I'm a teacher.
Yeah, na waka
Abby.
nina.
And yeah,
Waka
okay.
nina.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's it.
Pacho you.
That's
Miss
it.
me that
Yeah,
one.
okay. Me pacho the healer. Me pacho o ma unsa so ba wa sa drop is and ka be masu bi em na mehu. Me pacho him said the healer into me amba. We still have few minutes. We still have few minutes. I think we have about 12 minutes. This will be bia e chiro wadwuna unya e bia experience bia during your exercises now. Now I'll be me at the abana ya discuss it. The sika o haba is and why di mente onka bia no I busy. Say it a drop a kakra. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But we are still here. The healer. Let me say the healer so it's from. Okay. Teacher Ama. Oh, the
Yeah.
healer wa. The healer am so wa ba unti man is also. The healer obeko so akasa na say yenja o. I don't know so how me we say how but the healer ba so betimi akasa. The question we okay ah.
Bacho, me ma mensa su bi mo.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay.
Yeah. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ibacho D aman in sasu. D imbacho kasa yetio.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
There has been a question that always jump the same, but a whole man I'm a refugee. And then this question came to mind. Say, how can the mind remember? Say, like, it has forgotten something and it can't remember.
Okay. Yeah. I understand the question. So the reason being is that there are other faculties of the mind, okay, aspect of the mind. So the mind is your custom mind na they are there back. There are levels to it. There are aspect that stores information. There are aspect that deal with reprogramming you. The aspect that work with your intuition, where the ego stuff comes in. The others we add and so store information. On top of that, so your physical brain, to sometimes have because where most of the time has to do with the connection with you and the mind, how the mind is gonna behave, how you're gonna use your brain or use a command. So you need to look at the mind like it's a computer, right? There are certain codes and certain woman. You use that code to access other part of the mind. Okay. And that way is when you so there may no access you see, we are using the conscious mind. Okay. And that conscious mind, and yet and store information. Okay. So I am unfortunate that they are all one, although it is one, but they are different and they work simultaneously. Okay. So when the mind stores information, sometimes it can forget. Okay. Now the reason why it forgets, as I said, I just said who use my phone. No, I store many informations also. Now information be I won't tell you see. And sometimes it's very hard for you to retrieve that information because I rough baby I'll store no. Or baby I'll share yet. And to also share kakaya, baby, I don't share answer the way yaba. You see? So sometimes these things happen. So the mind can store information and forget how the information can even wipe from the mind. Literally. Okay. It can actually wipe from the mind, literally. So that is how sometimes you lose this information. Okay. And this thing was going on in a
Teacher, it's a but your line, yeah, we're muting. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe they're not calling me to me muting me home.
Miss Media is
Hey, Telegram. Wow.
Okay, so the other teacher is can you say mind okay, oh yeah, Baba. Teacher, I got it here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Obi Fremisi. Yeah, so
okay.
that is why we kind of can lose information. Some information is what a shaman anymore channels one kaya it can erase from the mind. And there are different ways that Ubetiman store information in the mind where a bit in your chewo how it be a renfi. I say basically like a computer. I think the way be a bit in your store information there always you can have access to it. Okay. Now, South America, no. I think the Greeks developed. I think it was the Greeks or the Romans. Developing techniques be. I think that it is common in the education stuff. Well, my friend, the memory palace. I don't know. So, what is that?
Yeah.
Okay. It involves you visualizing stuff. And it did work so very much. Internet they know business how to enhancing the memory. Osua de obehun in term no. I'm catching osua de na on visualizing adena usian. There's something with visualization or visualizing adena. The way that at the chrono is stored in your memory bank, is very great. So you can even check and send it through, so you can retrieve it back. So experiment, I'm really feeling if I could develop that techniques, but again, yeah. And it's the same way to say that create an astral temple. So what they were doing is that speech number come speech now. As at the time of Greeks, speech more car as a debate and all shit. And what this guy end up developing, and this technique is being used by now. And I think some of the year move be guy no year win a year, yeah. Oh, offending saying. Do you Dr. Strange, on a year that movie, Oh, what is this movie? Oh, I have to go and search this movie for us. For do you Dr. Strange, do you on a year and ancient of Deba. It is about all the memories palace. Not a very, very intelligent, where he used the memory palace to store information in the astral world or store in the. So what it is, if you are visualize it, a room or a place, or let's use a house or just a one building. I'm using one just simple name. You create your astral temple. What he does is or koha. If I say room hono, obenya. There's a noise coming from. Okay, obenya. Different shells. Maybe a shell 1, shell 2, shell 3, shell 4, shell 5. Maybe number or bet. Now each shell will be containing some information. Maybe shell 1 contains information about maybe my food stuff. And no matter what no store, no visualizing in our what who say in a good people so. No question 2. No I say the same thing. Information person will store. No what visualize it. Say a go and a good people be man at the end as a shell. Now when they start to do that, now nipa will start to revisit the adichronic beam for a couple of times. And what happens in say immediately the person have to forget. Immediately a person retrieve information. Then what the person has to do is to visualize that room and go to the share one. Obeko share one, but information or pepe. I get it back to the information now or store, you know. And it was perfect. And that is one of the so one person it is called Memory Palace. Memory Palace. So one year Moko school, no, you can learn how to do it and you can store information. So you say you know. That is what they were using. They didn't want to find a way to get the information really stuck in the memory bank. They told me use this Memory Palace. They said the way I used to create an astral temple. And what is happening really is that they are storing the information in the astral world and retrieving it back. Okay, so that is why I'm more future. I'm creating more astral temple now. More astral temple will be there anytime we go be and no matter who be you don't have to really think of say who creating what they are there back see here. What the TV see and do. Any make a movie a call be a visualize so you know last year didn't know pepe. So for example, another day I make again say I am very good in memory recalling of information and dealing with it. Then you visualize it and see that recording in the mind's eye. Okay. Now while you visualize that recording, you see it is a mass and answer BBR. You get a seven, you visualize it. So when to Hona, you don't have to recall it like say all kind was Ibia Usiano Ebia Kofi is going to school now open the dito no. Because the mind doesn't store information in words. It stores information in a picture form and in an emotion attached to it. And you want to go school want to mean card because when they say words, you know, maybe a coffee is going to school or photosynthesis is the process of one. Also a kind that words in the body trim. Oh yes, I win because mind, you know. So that is also one way information lost from the mind because the mind doesn't store information in that manner. The mind stored information in pictures, okay, and then a little bit of emotions or desire or intention to it, okay. It is all case you have a apple, okay. Then the apple will come in your mind's eye as an image, okay. So who's here there now? You need to be visualizing or seeing at the corner, not the words, you know, seeing at the corner who's here now, man, picture or trim. So that anytime you are now person revisiting you are not revisiting it, but you are visiting it from the visuals perspective. How an idea and uchan or one dreams be an here. And I bet you say when you start to that because you just get the visuals of it. And you are not retrieving it by how I was by dito words. You are retrieving it from that bank. You know? So a way to information loss is how I restore the information to have impact on how the information lost from our mind. So I then found this Memory Palace. I think it's very people use it, but I don't know. I think it's Ghana had you need that time no better.
It's almost a gym back home side friend here. Lossy techniques. LOCI techniques. Okay. Yes. It's the same thing.
Well, I think that we need to find another Makwana Institute will have no find a video be about no way posting those who want to. So they also be creative room. Now, hope aside the illusion or whatever I'm person forget here. Who say be a dino any muhasino information in the hole and what to go. And as I said, this is what the whole it be out. Anytime you should just simple shelves, send it be much easier. It is share one win or share two win or share three win or. And what they found out say the Paconiko speech and also go back into the Memory Palace and answer or the idea or store information or anytime you could be or visualize or room or get those information share one almost an information number. You could do an information that any them through that astral world. Because what happened is that what they were doing was that what will happen was being created in the astral world. And then the more than Pacono every visitor at the end, that the Pacono be much materialize in the astral world. So anytime you could be able to that. In Germany, moving the same way moving, the guy was very intelligent that or store many information in the Memory Palace. That he was actually kind of an intelligent. Because any information can just retrieve it. Any information you will retrieve it from that memory bank or that Memory Palace, all this sort of stuff. So maybe your mom missing out there, and maybe your meeting out, we can give them or teach them how to do it, or they can go YouTube and find people how they are doing it, and they can learn it. D. But what I say? So, question. It's most of the information lost is because of how we store the information. Two, will make it lost because I had to say memory. No, Ebuwa kura best store the kura refi baby that it bones at the end of wow, not a free because the mafu for them. And I think that the mind also have a cleaning. Say what trash or for now what trash or no one kasa a clinic cleaning. You maybe or for us why unwanted, right? So the mind to have that kind of build up program. You know maybe a moon here and being a one stone here and I want to say no I prepare for you, right? But ultimately stone here or who say it is very important, you know, anytime beyond it's always available. Being bad what I say.
Matthias.
Yeah.
I have another question.
Okay.
When a woman is pregnant, I know say the 9th month na so when it be bad a crying.
Okay.
So at what point na so it's me back a rush back on the 7th month because I've seen most cases and I want to understand why I like endure 9 months and by 7 months and the so is in the bed.
Okay. What we know is that time I will become a man so in the bishop. So in Abishima, the show cannot live in Maminium with the show no them. It need to come up. Again, people another amount for what show we say a bishim that are that before all this sort of stuff. But no, it doesn't really happen. So in Abishim, the full answer na so in the nobody know for me we. So in the process, I say I don't know, feed you know where 4 men on a bishim that are I feel maybe she mu be na for me no I feel no. With me at the end, the body need to be prepared. As a one anyway, right? It need to be prepared. So the moment BBC into the 9 months, then process of the 9 months is there where the man woman me I call it the laboratory, never prepare, ever create a crown. Na so ni yemu ni man ni BBA and when it is fully prepared, I will BBA no. Now then, boom, abeshim na because now body na we BBA okay. The body is fully created. So and that's after the process of self body need creating and so inhibition. Right? So the moment a body now finish your creative BBI okay now, boom, na portal na be a room na walk come on no akra neighbor. Okay, now I also will be who say akra na keke, you know, akra no dan so mo yam. So maybe it's the movement via baby bema the 9 and as a body ne be move yam and na akokan or whatever or akokan wafuru and something. Nothing they do people say a question and the background guy say the background are crying yeah moment to me friend a cry or they're like, you know, all this sort of stuff. Yeah, you can call, you can even invite. Oh, you're very advanced. I bet you invite a specific so I'm gonna body. Okay, so when you choose because say mostly no, there's already been a decision so our barbershop according. Until you can choose to communicate with that at so chrome. It doesn't mean that so anymore. Okay, many people have different theories, but I don't think why the soul will be in there, why the body is creating. Why is so no way the moment every I'm finishing zoom. Okay, BBA because you now BBA ready. Because crowd body you cry, you could cry. Say once that channel where you cry and I won't say be out over your yano betty pains in the and all this sort of stuff. And the body is now forming. So in the process of forming, 9 months, there shouldn't be any case in that process of forming. No, nobody need so not be shame, nobody need for me. Now feel 9 years, not so need that shame. It doesn't happen. But when everything is finished,
like we have people they were born on the 7th month, not on the 9th month.
Yeah. Antam Kato said, Oba Yemuno is more like a laboratory. Okay. So it depends on the man chrono, or what it depends on how the conditions be happening, might be a process and the contentum. And as it won't say to me delay, saying how can 9 months it will to me do 10 months too. So these are all because you need to see the body as a mechanic in nature. sometimes the process can speed up due to some certain answer. Okay. Now, the body is more like a mechanical. It have its own intelligence when it comes to forming a body in the human womb. It have a certain intelligence. Now, due to certain situation or certain condition, there will be a program be a better run be a adena quantum. A bu also a beche. You bu Bible or Kraten send it or will be in do 9 months, right? Okay, so it doesn't mean that changing out or 9 months per na adena for me. No, ebu ha ebe faster. Ebu onzo a ebe late. Ebu onzo ebe pepe. Depending on the mipakrono and then what is going on within the person's body, because everyone is a little bit different. But when the condition is favorable, is when the consciousness comes in. The consciousness is coming in and not about. And sometimes too, the body really doesn't really finish preparing. Or some mechanical. That too sometimes really happens. But there have to be a certain vibrational frequency. I just say the soul can enter the body in a way be okay. Dean, but what else?
Matthias, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, no, so make me adding something quicker. If we bring it to the surface and we're not going spiritual aspect, nobody is there when you get pregnant. So right now, when the female is pregnant now, they're using books to calculate. Calculation is never accurate. Into 9 months. Now my calculator says say 9 months in the baby. Obviously, so 9 months in the current, so no other. That doesn't mean see I 9 months in an answer. And I say calculation in a waba earlier and I see bibisa. But the whole thing is how teacher explain here. If the body is ready, it's coming. It doesn't matter the calculation. Was I see so. So bibia you ready. To brodo. Na brodo name abin I was making 25 minutes. Na ashe. So it's all depends on the process how it goes. In India, we don't really know it as humans. We don't really know it, or as medically, we don't really know it. In India, depending on everybody's body, there's a little bit I'll add to it. Thank you.
Okay. Nana, did you come one? Okay,
Dabi Ita, and one of my
Ita.
Yeah, D.
Just a quick question. Okay, I said we will build a temple, right? When we go to the intermediate class now. I want to ask you, so when we translate, can we visit that place in the astral when we translate?
Yeah, the things you can do, you can even create a whole planet or universe, or you can create a realm. Now, you can do it.
Oh, okay.
Each realm, right. These are all possible. So.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
I'm Christian. Everything so that I know I heaven. Onya near death experience, no I heaven or hell. What is the heaven and the hell? I think I'm on for because the heaven and hell, it doesn't exist. I'm like, what? You don't really some people doesn't really understand the esoteric nature of our existence. Once a man for visualize it, I contemplate it on it. Also, I'm pretty image for 2,000 years. Even your clients here could astral temple. Look at when you visualize it, how your temple is gonna be. You can visit there in your projection. You can go there when you want to. Even when you die, you can visit. Now, Obi Oma describe it the same how I tear. Actually, a man for in a book. No man visualize it. I contemplate it. Eddie actually a picture and actually a man for 2,000 years. Right? So it has already manifested on the astral. So people say heaven, whatever. Yeah, they are going into a belief system territory, a place So this is things that is very what we can all create here. You can visit there when you die. Maybe the most important just say create a beautiful realm. you can retrieve that person's soul and take that person to that realm. Saying the person will, have until please that all your ancestors or people who will be there before they will decide to move on to reincarnate in different places or different realm. Wanna continue?
Teacher, that's about 2 other people are moments. Eddie and Mary Jumper, Eddie Bajo.
Hey, Mary Bega, Eddie, where Mary Arubo.
Oh, okay, Mary from medical allow Eddie, Miriam allow why Bajo. Eddie Bajo Casa. Eddie, I'm say Eddie Nanya ready. Mary Bajo Casa, we are Masatra Eddie.
Okay, Pastor, good evening. All.
Good evening.
Pastor, before Sembe joining group we na me son daye anko for eji misika ba. We be joining group we daye I still come with you like daye ni na stop. See, when you see like before na me son sa daye na be catch uncle for na almost like almost eji misika na sa daye me. But now no daye ni na call. Me son sa daye ni bi.
What do you mean? Then go for juice or die man say
Yeah, so
amount for which is with
Miss Furniture Ma would say a thing na on my James Kana me could chat up on chin, I could call this son, and I'm
Hey,
but now no.
hey.
But now no me ba ha say no Diane mean kada am sister Diane me do.
Okay.
Me no be a Diane efa
Next also die to me who now also walk of you or cause into the muti say na what you be.
Yeah. But now, to say there, me be join you when me so sad Diane be.
yes. So you are awakening. You are knowing them yourself. So Daniel money you live above it. As an hour class 1, is our class 5. So class 1 your money. I don't think it's a baby on you. So see it in that way. Why?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Obi Amajusi kept you. Don't worry. Omojekura wabi to pass out what you want. Simple.
All right, that's about Eddie. About your train.
Eddie Bacho, I did blue for most. I don't say a baboswa.
Eddie Crown. I think that what dropping.
Yeah, what drop it.
Okay. Eddie Bacho between amounts has to be a money. Okay. I'm say Eddie Nyama, you know. I think the K Richard Mbacho Kasa. We are na Ebenezer Bana Beatrice Aba. Richard Mbacho Etio. Okay, it looks like say on your ready. And you know, move on.
Yeah, I think so. You.
Yes.
Richard.
But yes.
Yeah, Tonka.
Okay. Now me kase me oti back on confirmation on your tell me about can say na say na me da me say na I'm out me cover be my duro by the process here we call na me and this light off is to be baba yes you do like around 9:30 we have that from 10 going we higher it is. There was this light off would be nice and yes it would be film laptop before I realized that I was moving. I came to realize quietness, because my different as a question here about I said, "Let me from my dad." I saw myself going very early in the day, very around there 9:30. That is to confirm the place now on a quieter artist you can leave the picture. And I know, and I'm a series of dreams that one day, very vivid, I was moving with my old friends. Yeah, and I'm actually Initially, no, I went to a place, but in the dream, we have to say, Porter, the other. Just me back to the film. So I saw myself on the streets of KLUS as a Coca-Tanga, as a Brunei line and so forth. But you know why it's a very new too much. You see, there was a place I'm right. You see what I'm here saying, talk and sign. It's a son beside me, but they gave me something similar. And I was here. But I wouldn't mind, they 10 years and I said, enough for doing it. If you can say one of them, they were around. This is a bit academy, so, or more about the other question. There are also no more. One of the bartenders, also, remember, in the dream, now could ask him, say, what's your mommy? And you're not allowed to give the no, you say, not say no. And I'm in the theater. But I saw, say, some of them, no, my science pencil, will be at seed. In the dream, they made them in the way. And I'm quite a time now for them, and I'm yeah, the new pastor, I'm making out. It's oh, I mean, madam, for you, and I'm looking at the back and then. But my issue is, while I say, what could be near what thoughts, and now I'm now who say, a head there, they are sprinkles too. The day they are sprinkles too. The time and I made the one, I was saying that can be possible to be a point at the time, but they recognize madam for me. And I mean, the person, the debug board. When you move out or you have a clear deed, that's it. When you take it to, what is the implication? Whether it's too clear as a BTR, the cabin, the only
Okay. Okay. So, una udi aduane na namba janu adamfo no.
yeah, me told my dear that
Okay. No any adia na ora o.
oh, that me real whole. I said, my little life be said me old friends to be me said I come home come. But of late, my friends said, yeah, when I saw them in the sport, I said, yeah, myself.
Okay.
I said, no, what that old life.
Yeah, so it is more like a reunion.
Yes, I said, my sure more. At first, I'm going back and say, oh, dear, what's not about you? They say, your own.
So, I need to. Right. Yeah, any gente where the no. Say any je by didi. Nje no. Enyo why? So things am was also that didi so enyo mo no. It depends on you need to understand. So every dream be containing different elements within it. Now, Tabana who did and because it was a reunion. No yeah. So so it means something which is much deeper. So sometimes you should look at the atmosphere of the dream because here you were happy. So yeah. So why and one know because again we share number no any idea obedi. Oko where they na most and ya obedi. So any aduane bi abedi or da bi am ya ready I na say SMS you because yeah, so nothing's gonna happen. Happiness, no. Okay. Why you don't call you are safe. Okay. Yeah. So the way ne hamanful who did you so that when you be a fufu I'm an idiot jama ba ya use. I need to meet the many that I'm not coming to word I am one. Or kunye bu baby or when you so but senior man for is over toya and all this sort of stuff. But no, and for you don't go why? It has nothing to do with that. Okay. Yeah, no matter what.
Mr. Siaman ni fufu na mane de obuwa. Yeah, me pamcho Ebenezer yanko. Ebenezer bajo yetio ayi blue no fansa boom fansa kanso na unmute on na kasa yetio.
Good evening.
Good evening. Ebenezer kasa from what you see your piece maybe a bit me from now.
Good evening.
Yeah, evening. But a bit more kasa. Ngari makote.
Me bacho Ebenezer yente unka kra. Me bacho yente unka.
Ebenezer, yantunko, o kasa yantunka, kasa wechi pa. Oti yanka.
Me bacho Ebenezer obesa bebiem. Yebema ako kasa Ebenezer sama unsaso na hwewe yi nebra.
Ebenezer, what any video on? Bacho, yeah, the video in my. Okay. Yeah, me on meeting.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Ako yetio.
Good evening.
Good evening.
But your experience being a minya na me pese me mbisa kakra. So usually say the exercise ni via deep breathing in stillness me ye via me ti say nsuo egu afa me hu say light nti me follow light na bibi am pese me ko na me ko. But recently me ye exercise ni via me da ho na afa na say me spinning Miss Penisa, Tina Miss Runte, my Mijai, Bibia. Snap a semi bisa say, no, so no, then.
Yeah. The spinning is when it's more like a theta state. Okay. A real theta state. And that very moment you are out. Sometimes when you get out now, this things normally happens. Sometimes you feel yourself falling. Sometimes you feel yourself spinning. So next time I ensure why you are getting out of the body. So I ensure.
Oh, okay, me patch you me that.
Yes, that's a bad tackle.
Yeah, so now what you know? Yeah, no. It's so now it's just leading you to the astral world, running water. I think Maria causal Abby. But yeah, either the causal or the astral. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the running water near which plane? If yeah.
Running was on here as well.
Astral. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So of course, yeah, anything I was there, the astral light,
Okay.
and you lead the another cover, so. Yeah.
But spinning who power.
So when the spinning happens, most of the time it is your astral body in appear. Right? And you experiencing it into you feel it as if you're spinning. Ungo baby, when you be now out.
Okay.
Enjoy the sensation. Why? You be
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, that goes. Yeah, that's it. Beatrice, only a last person so far. I think that we've done 25 extra minutes. Anaita.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Beatrice.
Yo, me pacho na me.
Okay.
Pacho metimi kasa.
Yeah.
Yeah, na Sister Mary ebe kasa efa se ni daye mo asisi no enye yi no na me so me ka so se part na ye be fa no aboa pa because me no na me obi a still said the stillness form na ye di da no na ka normally no sa na me da na me besisem because me da sa stillness dana minya attacks bebree nightmare attacks bebree nti ne me be join platform yi a me be hu say enumom na ye normally no ye fe ni say oda enumom na ye no eye me nwanwa nti every hɔ na me yɛ briefing exercise a me yɛ stillness no I say me join the platform na me yi no me nya saa yi ni biom metimi da me nya attack bia biom nti ɛno na me ka so sister Mary Dennis so say platform na yɛbɛ join no ɛboa paa nti no nti ɛno na me nso na ka me ka so ne deɛ no so nti teacher master ne teacher fo nyinaa me yɛda mo ase paa na mo boy.
Okay, which is you're welcome.
Yeah.
I think I can put you. You finish your more from example. Right. I just don't pay your ones and almost a from.
Okay, any DK poison. Money a last ain't Eddie, me pacho kasa.
If you did blue for more, baby, I did pay down and I'm here. Then turn it green. I think you did on me. Eddie, but you do, brother Eddie. I eat blue na one, a basin mono, for mono. So what is a boss? Oh, and I
network. Eddie in Casantino, mema DK poison. DK poison, pacho kasa. Are you blue circle now? 150? Don't sub. Yeah, there we go. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, the mensa boss, but what menka?
Yeah, tonka.
But what menka?
Yeah, tonka.
All right. But me what contributions, you know. The first one here about wet dreams. Again, wet dreams. Like again, sorry, again,
okay.
And the second one. Na ita explanation be about conception, how the soul enters the body. But many concept in because maybe to say or my explanation no. I don't actually know how it started, but maybe two baby now. The person me share my dream with her. 9 months as summer na ye kano. And yet actually exactly 9 months na ye de a winipa. And ka full term near 9 months, 2 weeks. And yadi winipa. But within that time, I think in recent times, Japan or one other country, ultimate detectives says you can start training and confirm say akrano ebe pia bonten. Into be pia no say nema bibiri anka wo bekyere no senka ya wo no no. Wasua sa nema no wo yefunumu. There is a research like that. And I think you bet me go back maybe on Google or something like that. Now, yeah, share. So based on that, and based on some other experiences, I'm thinking that Sakrano were your funumua. So no, and I say or you're conscious, or your funumu. Because if you are honomoa, so what don't start to mamma efusua. Mamma no enkikano, or that would be not doing Saturn efusono. Ufele Sakrano ekike. 2. Say yes, can ya crown fua. Yep, say you who the gender who movement na a crown o Mickey away your funimono. That the time I yep say you determine the gender no. And some other things are main canning now because my didn't I cited 2 examples that. And I'm thinking, say, even before the time one, a time a person say a be walk around. The soul is with the child. So a woman may not hear from because one certain with mission there and some other cultures and some other learnings actually say that time no utimi to enwom ema akora no omo ti obi ho no ma omo de musical device ekoma me na furu ho na ye bo enwom ne sha ne ma no, and some of these things actually work. And me kan nyina bo ma me conclusion is say I'm thinking say akwa no you're conscious the time is with the child, and only in my opinion based on the experiences and the examples I've cited. But my question now, Kasa, the first one. So what dreams are doing Anna Edeba? Thank you very much, and thank you for this platform.
Okay. Yeah, so I think word dreams, one is when you won't have sex for too long. If you've not been having sex for too long, you start to, you can have this word stuff. And two, we know so what we get into the dream, we translate into the dream. Sometimes it has to do with our physical eyes, things we see and things if we're getting ourselves into. So sometimes if the person has been watching a lot of stuff, and especially if the person has been sexually, if the person is stuffed in a sexual manner, and the person wish to have that sex, that person can translate or kind of double movie that concept more into the dream world to experience it. And sometimes you say the idea, which is an activity we do in the physical world. The same activity can happen. We can have sex in the inner or in our dreams too. So sometimes it have a spiritual connotation. It's an activity we do normally, and I just translate it. I go into our dream world. But again, I think generally, if you don't have sex for a very long time, if you are starved, if you or sexual life, there's a whole lot going on in there now. You can translate it into the inner world because you've been thinking of it so many times, or you are pondering on it. So you can start to have that word dreams. And again, the other entities and also a different aspect where they can come in and so what's body a hover. And I said, people are not having sex. The easier way is to enter into your dream, okay, and have sex with you in the dream world. That one too can happen, and you can start to experience that in your physical states, or when you're wet and all this sort of stuff. So there are many ways it happens. Okay, so yeah, because even then, as we young, we can just go into people's dream, set an intention to have a dream with some person. The same way as people so new deep on or whatever. Or it must have intention to have sex with you in the dream. And then or programming at the end and sending to your subconscious mind, then also that you're going to have the same sort of dream of having sexual relation with that person. So that thing also can happen. So there are many ways, but some of the natural physical ways is when the boy have sex for very too long. Won't have sex, you may experience that thing in your dreams too. And also when your sex life, when you'll be starved sexually, and then you're thinking of having sex and it is not available and all this sort of stuff. It's me taking you into the dream. Okay. Yeah. And then with the Accra there, South America, every person is different. Okay. As we were saying that every person is different. Now, when the child is in the womb, the child is still connected with the mother. Okay. I think there is a connection. I don't know, say in a room or something that connect with the mother. Now, as we say, umbilical cord. Yeah. Now, when I chronic the moon, or then so when you give a nice vibration, now when the body is formed, okay, the brain is formed. Now I don't know the China's. Is it they training the brain? Because when the brain is formed, then you can kind of maybe based on frequencies and maybe certain food or a dianibi or something, you can use to enhance on how the body of the child will behave or how the brain will be sharpened or maybe to enhance the process of that acrano or forming in the body. Okay. But again, there's no need for the soul to come in when the body is not fully prepared. Where the body is still in the water, what is the soul doing in there? But again, different people have different concept of how it works. But people want to believe that is why we work as abortion or abortion or work nipa. But some of we think that you won't go nipa because so be machine, so you've not actually killed the person. So let's say I can't down where now know the second to the and then we could say wababa work nipa. But again, different people have different and the date and time now can so American. We don't really have the exact time. Ebua it's early, Ebua it is late, Ebua is the exact time. Even so, I think that DK Poison said there is a 2 weeks on top of the 9 months. So again, it all goes back to the individual. And the question of the sound of man, again, I can't then show, and we know how sound affects. What I need the way, So you can play a good music, not vibration, Again, it all goes back to enhancing the body. Sorry, it all go back to enhancing the body. Okay, and the other cultures to almost communicating with the soul and all this sort of stuff. It is all fine. So if the consciousness is outside Akrano, the Akrano come through the crown chakra. Okay, I don't know the real. Yeah.
Quick question. Well, on that note, now you're saying you said there's 3 hearts, right?
Yeah.
The brain, the heart, and the guts. So when the brain is formed in this state now you're talking about, when the brain is formed, that's the first one that is going to operate the rest of it. And if they're playing music in there, it's the brain that is listening to the music. It's not the body.
Yeah, that is very nice. Dynamic has a sound, and the way it can actually affect. So I think that we have 3 brains, or we call the natural chakra. According to the China form of the Dantian point. Every fan say yeah, simple. Friend saying heart and okay. That is the natural way. If you connect them together, you can have this higher way. So then I make an obvious different way also. And this is not really something we should. So you can just take how you look at it. It's all fine. It's not a problem. So if you think maybe our banner first, it doesn't change. We want to escape the matrix. It's not about how months or how the soul come before or after. Anyway, we didn't see about heavy, and we are in this sort of game we are playing. We need to get out of it. So it shouldn't be any issue. But again, you can take it how you want it because it doesn't really affect anything. It's just part of something you just have to know and then move on with it. So either it is from the beginning or the end or developing on a soul or within the months being obeshim and people anyway. What we know is Yahweh there's so much going on where we want to escape ourselves and enlighten and get back to our true self. Okay. So yeah, every opinion is accepted. Okay. So I don't know. DK on the wet dreams, I don't know. Are you good with that?
On that one too, I just wanted to add a little bit. So with developmental, right? You will say it's okay. In Pennyphone, you can say we are dreams, and because I cannot do anything, they are called right? But when it comes to children also having wet dreams, it's all developmental. So when the organs are developing, when the brain is developing, it has to sense it for everybody to have that and attenkano, right? And
Okay.
Sakwala have that too. That means that the kid is getting that attenkano prepared for the future. Or I
Oh,
would
okay.
say, right? Into the Sakwala have wet dreams. And yes, I be our kosher. It could be so a kosher movies be it leads to that. But at the same time, no, every crowd on TV, every crowd on but then no, the kid is getting that. In the sense where I'm bringing that to Nesian, okay, we have developmental challenge and for right? For my like you better warm or Ghana in Suba. But then at the same time, that child is also gonna experience sex and also have it sex. Or best sorry, no one wet dreams. How are you gonna put that? You're gonna put it say a developmental because that aspect of it is developing and they don't know how to show it, so they will get it in the dream form and they wake up wet.
Okay.
So that's how you put that one for the kids.
For the kids, okay.
Pacho, what's
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. DK Poison, are you there? Nah. Yeah, I'm wrapping it up. The time is already.
Thanks
Hello.
what I say because he's not there. Well, me,
Yeah, I'm here.
okay.
I'm here. Yeah,
I can see what I
that's
say.
fine.
The question now about board, is it understood, please?
Hello.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
okay.
I'll say you okay.
Okay. Anyway. So yeah.
Okay, the area and I say.
Yeah, that is it.
Okay.
So everybody should do DK's up again. Okay. But DK, are you good? Or is there more question you want to ask? DK, yeah.
No, that was a mistake. Sorry.
Okay.
No problem. No problem. Thank you.
Okay. Eddie 19 Yankasa. So I think so.
Next
So
time. But Eddie,
yeah.
so question, if you have a question, please post it on the platform. The teachers are available to answer the question. So just post it there and then we'll assist you over there. Since you are not able to speak over here, right?
Okay. So teachers for my RDB up and then we close that. Sika. Nanado Macon.
You know, the secret is in pound.
Yeah, Mr. Hunter. Mr. Hart. And then go ahead and make me start but it could be by being here 30 minutes apart from a buyer and take over until there's no problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that must teachers. Said there be a moody in the S from at the Bray. Nether in some mommy, yes, yeah. Concerning baby no so no better when said they eat a my last there is so many theories outside. But no the point. So no wanyaba nti ye pe kwan ya obefa so obefiri ha. Yeah, ebi kura so no. Also so ye new experience for so to experience that darkness 9 months So the new souls no na say flesh souls no mama yen earth had no. They are happy to experience that darkness. And I say you first time no, they are happy jumping in immediately the mother conceive to have that experience with the ne wo mo so ma ba hada no mo ye boss no otimi beta bibia finish wi a oba na wo she okro otimi be pamo every ho no so afa ho. So there is so many theories outside there. Yeah, no the point. The point is the stone as step into creation. Ye pe kwan ya obefa so obetuma maneuver his ways. And I say yira so na yira na mind na chichire na wontimi nye ho hwe no. And I say creation ya fa so no. Ye pe kwan ya ye no befa so ye no betuma liberty so no. Amana experiencing the full potential, fully God on the earth. What you say? Was a mumma munya misu no enedi. Said they bear so ninya misu. But dead the bra what asasi so. O Japan, person Kogana Koshoma. Twinkle of an eye, you are there. Bibi na how would you figure out, but you can do it. What you say? you can access the other dimensions why you are here, because that is our nature. So that is a whole game. So remember be undisturbed brain. No? So no about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 10 weeks. Once he has stepped into the physical realm, no, and he may be at a children until he quiet or before so obet free hanamako. That's the whole game. And you know, Yadamase, and then so a teacher ita Yadamase pa Frakuma and Adumako, a be a modia for fun. I wish you have said the Americano. Be our bar platform is knowledge. I eat your when it jay wa ho sepe do se obe contribute to the aboa platform yi anase mpo afia so obe pese obe di teacher for bronya anase obe show appreciation be on this platform o contact me a me ma bibia obetimi di bibia fa so high in charge. The knowledge is for free, but so person will show appreciation. We are there. What I say, because I also can to show appreciation, and also can it's a form of another gratitude. I appreciate the universe. So the universe through our brother Ita has revealed this knowledge to us. We came here to just learn like you, but we end up teaching you also. So yenina ni so mfe. This all person will share and so be platform here. Or else I'll post the Momo number on the whole platform. We are almost 700 and something people here. You can donate whatever you wish, whatever you wanted to appreciate this Christmas. Said our teachers who are in Ghana with Mato data, you can settle them a little thing, a little token for them to be happy. Say the knowledge you know more distribute, you are happy with it. Thank you very much.
Hey, the Sika. The Sika market. Okay. Abigail.
Sika kanina.
Abigail, that be a macanina. And then they'll count the and count the.
Maybe Canina, my. Jenny, was your form practice. Now I'm right back next week with more exciting and fantastic experience. Jenny, you wish you next week.
And I see it and so be there.
I eat a bit open up nothing.
Hello.
Okay.
Ayo, yeah.
Abigail Kaseri.
Okay. Let me also add this. I think the newcomers be a bebaso. Be our Bahanonti and fundamental and say a BBI Wahabiano. That is the truth. Now Bible neka say uhunu kura na obedi ho. This is the truth. If you know, I obeti me ade ho from the creation. Tini said the okachire ya no say unya wiase japade nyina na ohwere okra na faso bi ani so, because unya wiase japade nyina na wonhu say we okra. What is after fanto? Omobeto to afọ baby on PBA, you reincarnate 1,000 times, nobody care. Until no code to sa word no. What you say? Until unya we say japadi nyina na ohwere wakra na, you have done nothing. Was I catch say seek the kingdom of God first, and everything shall be added. Say so we okra. Because you are so no ni niema bebu no wasasi so no will be provided. So this is the two things the beginning and the end to this so be who so we cry in the beginning said the better life will be easier for you na afin so one kwati say ubenya wiase japade nyina na wanye ubia waye body ordinary body na wawuni sande wako aba. You are blind to the matrix, you are blind to the creation of Asobia Maso, but with me Peja Umua, you can be in the king, the next. Dino Kache say we should come in the creation to take dominion. We should have dominion in the creation. Whereby I will be say you can't take dominion. Dino Kache say muhuno krena mobe mobɛyɛ ade hyeɛ but moahu no korɛ no a mobɛkɔ so ayɛ nkoa. So knowledge wei nyame de abɛtom no memfa nneɛma ni agorɔ ma no nyɛ biribiaa because this is everything. Thank you everybody. Ita to us.
Thank you.
Okay.
You are welcome.
Yeah. So practice. So we are hoping that by next year we are going to move some of you to the intermediate now. Yeah, share some of the practices I see, and then get into some of the a little bit deeper to what we are learning and all this sort of stuff. So, do your well to get the fundamentals and then do your practices. I think that so far mom will have to me I graduate already with their projections and you understand. You get more stuff. So at the end of is it next week is Christmas, right?
Is it? No, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, not next week.
Seriously, I don't pay attention to it. Let me check.
No, it's not. Yeah. Somewhere no.
Today is 15. So next week will be I think Saturday.
Oh yeah. Wednesday, Tuesday. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, 24th, 25th. We'll be in Cassie for Chrome.
No, I don't think next week is Christmas. No.
Yeah, it is. Because this week is the 5th. Today is the 15th.
Yeah.
The 24th is Tuesday. The 25th is the Wednesday.
It should be Tuesday next week. Tuesday
yes, but
week.
No.
No.
I'm on for the
yeah, right this week, Mary, into next week.
Yeah, next week.
Next week.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can start Sunday, You're right.
Okay.
Next week.
Okay.
You're gonna break. You're gonna break it for 1 week.
And next week you ain't share.
The whole next week you ain't share. Unless it be on.
I'll post it on the platform then.
Yeah, the whole next week you're gonna miss.
We'll take a break.
Muti send me Christmas at the end of Phantom. Why? Platform,
this way.
Yeah, what do you are good at? You've been moving more straight up. So we are gonna have healing, we are gonna have remote viewing, we are gonna have projectors, and the other one I think which is the soul rescue group or something. That one too, where we are gonna help those who are passed on where they cannot move on to the next dimension. You better more on that aspect.
The warriors.
I'll say.
I said the warriors.
Yeah. And then hope so. I think that there's gonna be many sectors in the whole thing.
Okay.
So I think every teacher Abigail will be the projectors now. I'm Tita State for
Nana warriors no.
Astro Warriors. Yeah, I think that one.
Okay.
I think the Warriors with entities. One, I want more.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
yeah, Paul. Now on the closing anthem.
So and please, as time goes on, maybe our person we want to be now, then you can start to do on and quite a coach you suggest. So again, projectors, healers, and the projection we will having remote viewing among kind of research stuff. We have healers. We also be having psychics too. But you're being a healer and the psychic healers, because psychic different from healing. So the psychic will be those who will be reading paper, actually, it will be Obabusa or something. Those who can read paper and get information about what is going on. And they
Yeah,
give
they call healing.
they give it to the healers to do the healing.
Mm.
Then soul rescue stuff. We have the we have the warrior people. Warrior you need to be a good. We hear a whole lot of pack. You need to have the psychic stuff. You need to have advanced projection stuff, advanced visuals, and imagination stuff. So I think say we will be teaching and we'll be able to up taking the position. And the group, will be answering all of them can do whatever one can do. That is the word. But we want specialities. So if we were case we are not case BM, be boomer and sabi boomer. Then as a group, so if you're healing one there, then you remember healing group of one or more person and at the psychic reading, so reading for one and go the same group now the same thing now.
Yeah.
It will be so
Okay.
Yeah, that will be the way in the future. So
okay.
One can pick it up. The opposite way, you want to get yourself into. So I'll make you list the way to Obia should take the one he or she will want to get part with. Yeah, and after that, you drew
Chelsea for. Okay.
You drew the way now, then everything is gonna change a little bit with some of the techniques and how I'm using the project. Maybe a business and a little bit for it to make it more easier and effective. Okay.
Already.
Yeah. So Amma, your sound coming. Okay. So that is for the day. So everybody
Okay, group.
Yeah.
Dream Chaser is in Ghana, so welcome no. Monko fan kodi fufu. Mohwehwɛ baabi a wɔna mo welcome no Ghana for Dream Chaser is in Ghana. Mama no welcome note. Okay.
Okay. Bye everybody. And have a good
Yeah,
day.
bye everybody. Bye. Stop the recording.